this video, let's learn how to use UnityWebRequest to get data from your website. You can use it to create leaderboard, create account, or login page for player, or any web app as you want. Understand what is Coroutine function and how to get website data directly from visual scripting. After creating new project in Unity, let's create a button with size 300 by 100 pixel. Remember to set the UI canvas size. This will fix wrong button position on bigger screens. We will use this button to get data from a website. Next, let's create an empty object. Create new visual scripting script. Name it main event. Let's create button click event. On pointer down, to get button click down. Input this is button that is clicked on. Add name of your button into. If button is clicked, print some message to debug log. Press play to test it. Our button has worked. You can Google to get the code. Make sure you get it from Unity website. There are 3 types: get, post, and put. We need the get method only. Open it. Look at the example code. You don't need to understand, just copy all the code. It's from Unity, so it will work for sure. Let's go back to create a new C# script. Name it get website data, or any names you like. Double-click to open it. First, let's copy all the require namespace. Then copy all code inside class. If you run it now, it should work immediately. Enumerator is function that can be called inside start coroutine only. And in this coroutine function, it must have yield return. This yield means it will wait for function web request finished. After web request finished, it will continue to run the next line of code. It might take 1 or 2 seconds until you receive the result from web request. So that's why we use function coroutine. You can use coroutine in visual scripting also. This will be a coroutine function, same as C# I showed you. I will call it from onStart. Inside a coroutine function, you must use yield return. Wait for seconds is the same. This event will wait for some seconds before running next event. Let's wait for 2 seconds. After 2 seconds, let's print a message to debug log. If you press play now, there is an error. It required wait for seconds must use inside a coroutine. To set a custom event to be a coroutine, select that custom event. Turn on coroutine option. You can try it again now. It will wait 2 seconds before print a message. This is how a coroutine works. In example code, they give 2 different links of URL. We will get all source code of this HTML page and send it to Unity. And another link is a non-existent page to check the error. We don't need it yet. Delete it. Instead of running it from start, I will create another function to run the web request after button click. Now copy the coroutine to new function. To be able to call this function inside visual scripting, it must be public. As you see, when function getRequest is called, it will need an input URI link. But this link actually is a URL link. It will work now, but most of cases, it will give you the errors. So the best way is, convert URL link to URI link. Event UnityWebRequest, it needs an URI link only. So let's convert a URL link to a URI type. That's it, it will convert URL to a URI link now. After a few seconds you sent request to your website. It will return a result. You can read web request result for the received data. If connection error, this line will be triggered. Let's show a message to debug log if this error has occurred. It need a break to exit this. Let's do same thing to print data processing error. Debug log error will stop our game running, so just use debug log only. Do the same for protocol error. After all, if it's a success, this result success will trigger. All the data from website will return to this value. You can put it in a variable to handle it easier. We finished the C# code now. First, we need to add new C# script into Visual Scripting notes. Regenerate notes. Next, add C# script into object that has Visual Scripting script. After button clicked, let's call event to get data from a website. This is event what we did in our C# script. Press play to see the result. Request to get data from website successfully. This is all things that showed in HTML page. It is exactly the same source code in this HTML page. This time, let's try to add the URL link directly inside Visual Scripting. To add an input, just add a type and value after function, and replace it with the input URL. After changing anything from a public function, you must regenerate nodes to show it in Visual Scripting. Open our Visual Scripting script. Now call the C# event again. You can see, it has an input for URL link now. You can copy any website link directly and put it into our event. Press play and try to click on button. You can get any website data with link inside Visual Scripting now. This is control panel of my website. I will create a new page. With name get website data, PHP. Make sure it is a PHP page, because you can print out your website database into a PHP page only. In this page, I will print out a simple message to show it in Unity. Save it to upload it on website. Now on browser, if I enter the link of new page I just added, there will be only one message that I added in the PHP page. Copy this URL link. Open our visual scripting script. Enter that link into. Press play and test the button. The result we can get is the only message that is showed in HTML page. To get your website database and add it into a PHP page, you can watch this video how to get database to make leaderboard for your game. In this video, you will know how to get data from database and how to show it on a PHP page, how to add them to your game and make leaderboard to compare high score from people over the world. All the result that you tested earlier is from debug log and C# script only, and you didn't have this result inside our visual scripting script yet. To add this result to visual scripting, we use custom event. Make sure using Unity Visual Scripting was added. Trigger. To trigger this custom event, it requires game object to return and name of custom event. You can watch video part 2 to understand this more. I will return it to game object that has this C# script. Then add the name of custom event that will be triggered. This custom event is for errors from the result. We can use this for all other error result. And if result is successful, let's trigger another custom event name. You can add any value into this custom event also. Now you can delete all debug log events from this C# script. Open our visual scripting script. Add custom event. Let's handle errors of result first. You can get the result directly inside visual scripting now. Next is the success with result from website. The result will be added to the first argument of custom event. You can handle to get any information from the result directly inside visual scripting now. Press play to test it. Whenever the web request is done, you will receive the result inside visual scripting script. You can test a non-exist website link also. After this video, you can create leaderboard, create new account or login page for players, or create any web app as you want.